Welcome to Rare Breed Brotherhood. Sigma males, you are the rarest breed of man in today's world. People are drawn to you, often without understanding why. They admire your independence, your self-confidence, and the way you move through life without being dictated by anyone's rules or expectations. But here's the truth. While they all want you, you are not for everyone. And that's what makes you so valuable. You don't fit into society's neatly defined boxes. You're not here to please, to conform, or to seek validation. You live by your own code, one that's shaped by self-respect and purpose. That's what sets you apart. Your focus is on deeper goals, your mission, your growth, your vision. People may envy your ability to stay true to yourself in a world that constantly pressures others to change, but they don't realize how rare that is. Being a Sigma male means you don't need anyone's approval to feel validated. You aren't about impressing others with your achievements or lifestyle. Instead, you demand respect through your quiet confidence and unwavering authenticity. And that's exactly why you're rare. You don't follow the crowd, and that's why your path is different. Embrace your uniqueness because at the end of the day, it's your ability to stand apart that makes you the rarest man in the room. Let's get started, brothers. Number 1. They want your confidence, but they don't want your struggles. They see the way you carry yourself, unshaken by the world around you, and they envy it. They want to stand in the glow of your self-assuredness, but they don't see the battles you fought to get there. The sleepless nights, the silent sacrifices, the pain that's been turned into strength. None of that is visible to them. They only want the end result, not the hard work and heartache that shaped you. What they don't understand is that your confidence wasn't given to you, it was earned. It was built through the moments when you felt like giving up, but chose to keep going. It was forged in the fires of self-doubt, rejection, and failure. You didn't wake up one day with this unshakable belief in yourself. It was something you had to develop, piece by piece, as you pushed through your personal struggles. But the truth is, they're not interested in that journey. They don't want to put in the effort, face the hard truths, or embrace the discomfort that comes with growth. They want the confidence without the cost. They want to be admired for your strength without understanding what it took to cultivate it. And that's where you stand apart. You know that the path to real confidence isn't easy. You've walked it, and you've come out stronger for it. So let them admire from the outside. But know that your confidence is yours and yours alone, earned through the quiet resilience and the struggles that only you truly understand. And that's exactly what makes it unshakable. Number 2, you don't seek to impress, you demand respect. You don't waste time playing the game of impressing others. You don't feel the need to flaunt your achievements, your lifestyle, or any external markers of success to get people's attention. For you, respect is not something to be earned through flashy displays or shallow gestures. It's something you demand through your very presence and character. You don't chase admiration because you know it's not real if it's not rooted in who you truly are. Your confidence is subtle but undeniable. It's in the way you carry yourself, the way you engage with the world, and the unwavering authenticity you bring to every interaction. People sense that you're not here to impress them with surface-level theatrics. Instead, you make them realize that if they want to earn your respect, they must meet the standard you've set, not through words, but through actions. You've learned that true respect isn't bought, it's earned, by demonstrating strength, integrity, and authenticity without needing anyone's validation. For those rare few who do manage to earn your respect, it's a privilege. They understand that what they've encountered in you cannot be imitated, faked, or replicated. Your presence, your demeanor, your ability to remain true to yourself in a world of pretense is what makes you stand apart. You've built respect on a foundation of unwavering authenticity, and that alone makes it impossible for others to imitate or fake. You don't need to try to impress anyone because you already know what matters most. Living in a way that earns genuine respect from those who truly understand the value of integrity. And that's why you're different. Number 3, you are the perfect balance of strength and sensitivity. To most people, Strength is a loud display of power, muscle, bravado, and dominance. But for you, strength runs much deeper. It's the quiet ability to analyze a situation with razor-sharp precision, to make decisions without being swayed by emotion or impulse. At the same time, you can feel deeply, experiencing the full spectrum of human emotion, while maintaining an inner calm that allows you to navigate it without being overwhelmed. This balance of mental sharpness and emotional depth is what sets you apart. While others might only scratch the surface of things, you delve deeper. You're not easily fooled by appearances or shallow interactions. You see through the layers people put up, recognizing the complexity beneath their words and actions. This heightened awareness allows you to connect with people on a level that most can't even fathom. Your sensitivity doesn't weaken you, it strengthens you, making you more empathetic, more attuned to the emotions of those around you. Yet, you never let this empathy cloud your judgment. You understand the weight of emotions, but you also know how to keep them in check when necessary. This duality creates an almost unnerving self-awareness. You understand both the strength of your mind and the depth of your heart, and that understanding allows you to act with purpose. You're not swayed by superficial noise or fleeting trends. You've learned to listen to both your logical thoughts and emotional instincts, making decisions that are not just smart but deeply authentic. In a world full of surface-level interactions and shallow displays of strength, your perfect balance of strength and sensitivity makes you rare. You don't need to prove anything to anyone. You stand apart because your strength is quiet, introspective, and grounded in an awareness that few will ever truly understand. Number 3, you challenge everything, even your own beliefs. You're not someone who just accepts the world as it is. You challenge everything, including the beliefs that others hold sacred. While most people passively adopt the views handed to them by society, culture, or upbringing, you're constantly reevaluating, questioning, and refining your own mindset. For you, growth comes from looking deeper, not just at what others say, but at what you believe and why you believe it. This relentless self-examination is the key that pushes you ahead while the majority remains stuck in outdated or inherited ways of thinking. You're not afraid to confront your own beliefs, even if it means admitting that something you once thought was true no longer holds up. This openness to change, to evolve, and to discard what no longer serves you is a strength that many will never understand. It's not about doubting yourself. It's about striving for a deeper truth, always looking for ways to become a better, more authentic version of yourself. While others stagnate in comfort, afraid to face the discomfort that comes with challenging their own ideas, you thrive in it. The discomfort of rethinking what you know is where your growth happens, and you embrace it fully. This constant process of self-reflection and willingness to discard outdated thinking is what keeps you moving forward while the crowd stays where they are. Most people seek validation in their beliefs. They find comfort in certainty and tradition. You, on the other hand, find comfort in truth, even when it's uncomfortable. And this is what makes you so rare. The ability to continuously adapt, evolve, and challenge your own beliefs while others settle for the familiar. It's this quality that keeps you ahead, always in motion, always growing. Number 4, you're a paradox that people can't solve. You're a walking contradiction, a blend of qualities that don't seem to fit together, yet somehow they do. You're independent, but approachable, kind, but distant, calm, but driven. People are magnetically drawn to you because they can't figure you out, and that's exactly the point. You exist beyond the labels and expectations that others try to force on people, and it's this very complexity that makes you so intriguing. Your independence makes you a force to be reckoned with, unshakable in your autonomy and focused on your own path. Yet, you're approachable not because you need validation, but because you can relate on a human level, offering your time and attention when it aligns with your values. It's not about being distant out of coldness. It's about reserving your energy for the people and moments that truly matter to you. At the same time, you exude a calm demeanor that makes it appear like nothing ever rattles you. But beneath that composed exterior is a fire, a relentless drive that keeps you striving, pushing boundaries, and always moving forward. This intensity often surprises people as they expect you to be one thing based on what they see. But they're wrong. You're not one thing. You're everything, all at once. This paradoxical nature makes you impossible to fully solve, and that's the beauty of it. People want to understand you, but the truth is, you don't want to be understood in the traditional sense. You're not for everyone, and that's how you like it. You don't need to fit into anyone else's mold or meet anyone else's expectations. You exist authentically, unapologetically, and it's this uniqueness that sets you apart as someone truly rare. Number 5, you're calm under fire. When chaos erupts, you remain unshaken. While others crumble under pressure, scramble for control, or point fingers, you take a step back, assess the situation, and adapt. It's not that you're immune to stress, it's that you've learned how to channel it into action instead of letting it overwhelm you. Your calm demeanor in the face of fire doesn't just inspire confidence, it commands respect. This composure makes you a natural leader, especially in moments when most people can't think straight. You don't react impulsively or let emotions cloud your judgment. Instead, you focus on what can be done, finding solutions where others see only problems. People look to you in times of crisis because you provide something rare, stability in the storm. But your calmness isn't just a skill, it's a reflection of who you are. You've built this resilience through experience, by enduring challenges that would break others. You've been through enough to understand that panicking solves nothing and that composure is your greatest weapon. This mindset not only allows you to navigate chaos, but also makes it clear to others that you're not someone who needs saving. This independence can be intimidating. Some people expect leaders or strong personalities to eventually crack under pressure, but you don't. Your ability to stand firm sets you apart because it's not dependent on external validation or support. You're grounded in yourself, and that unshakable core is what allows you to stay calm when everything around you is falling apart. In a world where most people seek a lifeboat in rough waters, you're the rare one steering the ship. It's this calm, collected nature that makes you not just reliable but extraordinary. Number 6. You're ruthlessly self-aware. Your level of self-awareness is not for the faint of heart. You don't sugarcoat your flaws or make excuses when things go wrong. Instead, you hold yourself accountable with a level of honesty that most people find terrifying. While others may deflect, blame, or bury their weaknesses under distractions, you confront yours head-on. It's not because you enjoy the discomfort. It's because you know that growth only comes from facing the truth. This ruthless self-awareness sets you apart. It's not just about acknowledging your strengths. It's about owning your imperfections without letting them define you. You don't pretend to be perfect, nor do you waste time wishing you were. You understand that every flaw, mistake, and shortcoming is an opportunity to learn and evolve. This acceptance isn't weakness, it's courage. People who aren't ready to face their own truths often find this intimidating. Your ability to call yourself out shines a light on their avoidance. It's not intentional on your part. You're simply living in a way that demands authenticity. And for those who aren't willing to look in the mirror as you do, your presence can feel unsettling. But here's the beauty of your approach. By embracing your imperfections, you disarm them. You turn what others might see as weaknesses into tools for self-improvement. This makes you rare, because so few are willing to do the inner work required to reach this level of clarity. You're not interested in illusions about yourself or the world around you. And while that kind of honesty may not make you the most comfortable person to be around, it makes you one of the most genuine. In a world full of masks and facades, your self-awareness is a rarity, and it's exactly what makes you so powerful. Number 7. Your energy is addictive but unpredictable. Your energy is a paradox, calm but powerful, focused yet unattached. It doesn't demand attention, it commands it. People are naturally drawn to you, not because you're loud or flashy, but because there's something about your presence that feels magnetic. You exude a quiet confidence that others can't quite figure out, and it keeps them intrigued. What makes your energy so addictive is its balance. You don't chase validation or try to dominate a room, yet when you speak or act, it carries weight. There's a sense of purpose in everything you do, but it's never desperate or forced. This combination of focus and detachment creates a rare aura, one that people find both grounding and electrifying at the same time. But here's where it gets complicated. While people are drawn to you, they quickly realize that your attention is not something they can take for granted. You don't give your energy freely to just anyone. It's a privilege, not a right, and this makes it all the more valuable. When you focus on someone, they feel seen in a way they never have before. But when your attention shifts elsewhere, it leaves them wanting more. This unpredictability isn't a game. It's simply how you operate. You value your time and energy too much to waste it on anything that doesn't align with your purpose. People who understand this are inspired by it, but those who crave control or constant validation are left frustrated. Your energy is a reminder that true power doesn't need to shout. It's quiet, intentional, and impossible to replicate. And for those lucky enough to experience it, it's unforgettable. Number 8. You see through people like glass. You have a rare gift, a finely tuned ability to see people for exactly who they are, not who they pretend to be. You don't just listen to words, you read body language, tone, and unspoken cues with an almost surgical precision. Every glance, every pause, every slip in their story tells you more than they'd like you to know. It's not magic, it's your instinct, sharpened by experience and self-awareness. This ability makes you impossible to manipulate. Lies, hidden agendas, and false intentions are like glaring red flags to you, no matter how subtly they're disguised. People can try to charm you or spin a story, but they quickly realize it's futile. You spot the cracks in their facade before they even realize they've slipped up. For some, this is nerve-wracking. They sense your perceptiveness and instinctively know they can't hide behind masks or play games with you. This isn't because you actively expose them. It's because your very presence demands authenticity. Those who rely on manipulation or deception feel vulnerable around you, as if their tricks are powerless in your presence. But here's the thing. Your ability to see through people isn't about judgment. You don't use it to tear others down or control them. Instead, it's your defense mechanism, a way of protecting yourself from insincerity and wasted energy. And while this talent may leave you with fewer people in your circle, the ones who remain are real, honest, and worthy of your trust. This clarity is both a blessing and a burden. You see things most people miss, which makes you wise beyond your years, but it also means you're rarely surprised by others. Still, you'd rather face the truth, however harsh, than live in comforting illusions. And that's what sets you apart. Number 9, your standards are brutal, yet honest. Your standards are like a finely tuned compass. They keep you aligned with your values and purpose, no matter how tempting it may be to take the easier path. You've built your life on a foundation of self-respect, and that means you don't lower your expectations just to make others comfortable. This isn't about arrogance or being unreasonably demanding. It's about knowing your worth and refusing to accept anything less than what aligns with it. People often admire this quality in you, even if it challenges them. Your unwavering commitment to your standards inspires respect, but it can also be intimidating. Many aren't used to someone who doesn't bend to fit in or settle for mediocrity. For some, this feels like a challenge they're not ready to face, a mirror reflecting their own lack of boundaries or self-worth. And that's the thing about your standards. They naturally filter people. Those who can't measure up often fade away, not because you push them out, but because they realize they couldn't meet the level of authenticity and integrity you demand in yourself and others. This might leave you walking alone at times, but you're okay with that. You'd rather stand alone in your truth than surround yourself with people who compromise your peace. Your honesty about what you want and what you'll accept isn't harsh, it's real. And the few who can rise to meet you, they're the ones who genuinely belong in your life. Your standards aren't just about protecting your energy. They're about ensuring that every connection you allow is built on respect, trust, and mutual growth. It's a rare quality, and while it may distance you from the crowd, it brings you closer to the people who truly matter. Number 10. You're unintentionally intimidating. You might not realize it, but your presence alone can make people uneasy. Not because you're trying to be intimidating, but because of what you represent. Your self-assurance, calm demeanor, and refusal to conform to societal norms create an undeniable energy. People sense that you're different, but it's a difference they can't quite pin down. This makes them curious and often nervous. Your authenticity is like a mirror reflecting the truth of others back at them. For those who live behind masks, pretending to be more confident, successful, or content than they really are, being around you feels uncomfortable. Your unwillingness to play games or seek approval exposes the insecurities they try to hide. You challenge the illusions they've built about themselves, not through words, but through the sheer force of your authenticity. It's not about arrogance or superiority. You don't seek to make others feel small, you simply don't shrink yourself to make them feel bigger. You own your flaws, stand by your values, and speak the truth, even if it's uncomfortable. And while some admire you for it, others find it unsettling because they can't do the same. The reality is, not everyone is ready to face what you bring to the table. You force people to ask questions they may not want to answer. Am I being real? Do I stand for anything? Only those who are secure in themselves or who are willing to grow will stick around. So, if you've ever wondered why some people seem to keep their distance, know this: it's not you. It's the weight of your truth. You don't intimidate intentionally, but by being unapologetically you remind others what they're missing. And that, in itself, is power. As I wrap up, in the end, being a Sigma male is about embracing the fact that you are not here to please everyone, and that's exactly why you're rare. You walk to the beat of your own drum, undeterred by the noise of the world around you. While many seek validation through superficial means, you find your strength in independence, in thinking for yourself, and in staying true to your values. This isn't about being alone for the sake of it. It's about choosing quality over quantity in everything you do, from your relationships to your goals. You don't need to fit in, and that's what makes you so magnetic. People may be drawn to you, intrigued by your authenticity and self-sufficiency, but only a few will truly understand and respect you. The others, they can admire from a distance, but they won't be able to walk your path. And that's perfectly fine, because the ones who do get it are the ones who deserve your time and attention. You don't need the world to understand you. You just need to understand yourself. And you do. You know your worth, you know your power, and you know that living by your own rules is the only way forward. So, keep doing what you're doing. Keep carving your own path. The world may not always get it, but those who do will recognize the rare, unwavering strength in you. Don't seek approval. Let your actions speak for themselves. Keep being the man who doesn't fit into anyone's box, and that's exactly why you're the rarest man in the room. Thank you for watching. See you in our next video. God bless you.